gets ahead, turns into a, oh, I like that. Okay. Gnar turns into kind of a split pusher, and then everybody else can disengage, but another counter pick.
It's time to flip that switch.
Oh, this is a feels bad for junglers type game here. Contracts face back.
Oh, Contracts gets a little bit too close.
Oh
Wants to go for the blast code. If he gets out of
Bjergsen
it.
flash, Bjergsen flash.
Can they still manage to make this one happen? It's first blood over to Bjergsen, but it's still going to be 1-for-1, jungler for jungler. Mickey wants to make the collapse here on to keep that spamming up the mid lane. As Contract starts to clear out some vision, gets into a fight one-on-one with Grig, and one-on-one-ing Trundle is not something many champions can do. Contract now backing himself away. Did he step on the trap there at the very end as Mithy now comes up here as well? TSM finds their collapse and punishes Golden Guardian.
Pretty sure you can. Yes.
All right, Shelly summoned up in the mid lane, ready to charge, take down this tier 1 turret.
Hey.
And that is turret first blood for the side of TSM. She's got to really respect her positioning because she doesn't have a true escape mechanism. As bottom side definitely looks to go in onto the TSM bottom lane. Clean's already going to be used. Mithy trying to get himself away from this one. Sven still going to be taken incredibly low, does get beaten down. Mickey grabbing the kill onto that one. Mithy falls now as well. Golden Guardian find a 2-for-0.
And if you can't go through Bjergsen, you gotta go through the side lanes. They all go to the bottom side. That is 4 people strong. loRLo on the top by himself, and Bjergsen's gonna roam, try and make something happen here. Misses that, hits the Drowsy.
They want to try to make this be a big hit as loRLo tries to go in with the slicing Maelstrom, but remember, this isn't an AP cannon. He's not going to have a stopwatch sitting there. He just gets deleted before he can find the stuns.
Yep, they do get the first turret though, or sorry, second turret of the game. The first one went over to TSM in mid, and now Tom Kench. And now we see him.
They've got their bottom laner in some trouble. Sven's going to be taken very low, taken down immediately. Grig's still looking to finish off that Mountain Drake as Mithy has to flash over the wall. Did not blow the summoner spell, build any more out of it. And now Golden Guardians will look to make the play underneath the tier 1 turret of TSM, but Mickey's going to be delivered straight into the waiting maw of damage as he's shut down by Sven, and Golden Guardians aggro is immediately going to be turned around right back on him. Contracts and Matt trying to get themselves out of this one, but Bjergsen's in hot pursuit, and the damage comes through the paddle stars like a howitzer and blows him right off of the map as he'll continue providing even more damage now down onto Matt, who tries to walk away from the trap, does manage to sidestep it. Thick Skin's gonna block up that paddle star, and he'll get himself out. Now the Grig is coming around from the side. Oh, he just smites him like a minion.
Aggressive, but
Contracts taking a nap. Cast knocks him right back. The damage continues pouring through. Subjugate will keep him alive for an extra second longer. Haunter grabs the kill into loRLo off screen as Bjergsen goes on a rampage, getting the kill onto Contracts. 2 dead on the side of the Golden Guardians. Haunter now looks to escape the collapse from the Golden Guardians bottom lane. He'll go underneath the tier 1 turret, and the Tom Kench tongue seals his fate.
Yep, they get that kill, but Haunter got one, and now,
meanwhile though,
Bjergsen and the rest of the team on the Baron right now.
Should have plenty of damage to finish this one off. Again, enemy jungler's dead.
Yeah.
They know that there's 2 bodies mid lane, 2 bodies dead. The only person that could interfere with this is Mickey, who's not in any sort of a place to try to contest one.
They're gonna go straight to the Baron and pick that up. Contracts has struggled in this game. Normally, when I've been watching Golden Guardian games, it's been everyone is struggling.
We've talked about how Golden Guardians have sort of played into their hands so far, but now's your chance. You've got Baron for 2 minutes. This is where you say, okay, we've learned how to that here. I will see that as real improvement.
Yeah, I think TSM, like, honestly, I feel like they almost have this game in the bag because they're 8,000 gold up, and so all kind of the win conditions for Golden Guardians are being locked out here. It kind of comes down to Mickey and Deftly having enough damage, but at this point in the game, they have to find the right engage, and the composition's not really geared towards that. It's more defensive from both sides.
TSM will continue their push here in the bottom side. Trouble Bubble flies out over the wall, will not find its way onto anyone. Paddlestar also going to miss there onto Deftly. True Shot Barrage does find some damage there on the back end, as TSM have now taken down every turret outside of the enemy base. We talk about needing to be decisive and needing to make calls. Well, breaking into the enemy base is where you can really show off those skills as TSM mounts up the push in earnest here on the bottom side. Killer comes down from Contracts. We're going to shut that down as Bjergsen does land the Trouble Bubble down onto Contracts. Matt doing a good job keeping him safe, but I can't say the same thing for the turret, which is now going to be taken down. Mickey forced to flash away as the Golden Guardians are in full retreat. loRLo will look to hold the mid lane away from Grig, but it's bottom side that has already been busted open, and Golden Guardians are starting to lose everything.
Yep, lost that bottom in wave, shoving up both and playing for that middle part of the top side. They're doing that while getting Mountain Drake. They were like, okay, we did this. 30 seconds on Mountain Drake. Okay, pivot the clan. They have 2 Mountain Drakes. They're just toying with this. This is kind of a setup, a bait. And Golden Guardians.
He's losing a lot of HP very rapidly. Sends Ezreal, a real damage threat here. It's not just about Bjergsen anymore. Red Inhibitor respawns in the bottom side as TSM stay committed to the Baron. And Golden Guardians will concede this objective. They decide to make their stand in the base.
Got that one, but I feel like even when he takes a bubble like this, it's like he's gonna take some damage afterwards. The minions in the way. The turrets are just slowly dropping, and also Hanser's doing work in mid at the same time.
It's what you mentioned. The split push situation does not favor Lorlo, only having just completed his second item with the Ginsu's Rage Blade, trying to deal with 3.5 item Gnar that now has a Bramble Vest as well, so Lorlo can't get a lot out of his lifesteal.
Yeah, he's had that Bramble Vest very early too, as soon as he saw that the Blade of the Ruined King was coming through. So he just shut down Lorlo right quick.
Here TSM. They want that inhibitor. Golden Guardians can't get anywhere near it. Contract's going to be taken down to 1/3. Inhibitor already gone. Inhibitor turret mid lane also out of there. Remember, the bottom lane inhib has respawned, so TSM still have to knock down 2 more to totally control everything on the map. Golden Guardians give up number 2. You practically have to fight for this one, Zyrene.
Yep. This from TSM has been a controlled, methodical, slow game once they got a lead off of Bjergsen in the mid, playing alongside Greg and invading a little bit. And this, for TSM fans, is kind of what you want to see, where it's like, oh, no risk of a throw. Even though it's slow, they aren't putting themselves in this gigantic... It's granted, it's still that passive playstyle, but it's one that's more pressing as opposed to lofty, I would say.
Lofty.
Yeah, just kind of
sitting around near Mickey to pop the Banshee's Veil, because the Luden's proc would do the dirty work for him. A nice Sleepy Trouble Bubble down into Mickey, going to immediately force out the Devour from that. Nexus turret number 1 is already gone. Golden Guardians have to pull the trigger immediately if they want to stand any chance fighting for this Nexus. It's already going to be exposed. Lorlo's able to find an ult, but it's not going to do anything. The health bar's not even touched. Golden Guardians will be eviscerated on the stairs to their own fountain as TSM will push straight for the Nexus. They'll finish them off at the very end. The resurrection coming through. Guardian Angel going to be proc, but TSM take the win.